Hello everybody, it's Pineapple here, back with another video. So today I wanted to talk about my experience at the Rochester Regional. You know what I played, my list. I didn't top, I came out at 4-3. Very disappointing result for me. I wanted to do a lot better, but I wanted to, recap what I did, the changes I'd make to my deck. Of course, we played Lab. So let's just top right another card by card. We'll get into matches a little later. Two copies of Lady, as is standard by this point. I didn't want to brick on her, but I also didn't want to, not see her. So 2 copies is standard, heart and soul of the deck. The 1 copy of Lovely, of course. The brick, who enables you to do degenerate things like loop, things like Dimensional Barrier. We love Lovely, but again, she's a brick, so we have to play 1 copy. And then, of course, our normal summon main card starter. 3 copies of Ariana. I wish it was Arias, but that card's not out yet. That said, the normal summon is fantastic. Always going to play 3 copies. I don't know why you would ever play less. And then for furniture, we're on 3 copies of Chandra and Stovey. The boys, the absolute lads. They enable you to do so much recursion, so much absolute fill. I drew a lot of Chandra at this event, which is more disappointing because I really wanted to see Stovey. But, slightly disappointed to see more Chandra than Stovey in my opening hands, but, it gets the job done either way. And then, of course, the 1 copy of Clock. I'm considering moving this to 2. This is one of the major changes that I think I will be making moving forward is, more copies of Clock, just to enable that turn 1, like, really big combo, just to, like, get to, your Unchained stuff. I really, regretted not seeing Clock in my opener as much as I possibly could have, and I think it probably burned me a little bit. 1 copy of the Field Spell. This card was really fantastic for me. I opened it a decent amount, and its recursive effect just enabled me to grind like it was nobody's business. I think it won me 1 or 2 matches just in and of itself, especially with its pop effect. A lot of people just didn't comprehend how this card works. And then, of course, my signature love, Prosperity. I could probably go to Extra, but I really like taking what you want off Prosperity. I think it's a major benefit, especially getting to dig 6 cards deep. And additionally, when you're playing like the Unchained stuff, I think Prosperity, ensuring that you always have the stuff to go into is really strong. I really prefer Prosperity. Of course, for normal traps, 3 copies of Big Welcome and 2 copies of Regular Welcome. I honestly kind of missed the 3rd Welcome, but not because of its effect, just because I actually ran out of targets for furniture in like round 3 or 4 against Salamangrate. Just a ridiculously grindy match, and I ran out of targets, which was a funny thing. For removal traps, 1 copy of Glitch, 1 copy of Ice Dragons, a copy of course, Terrace with the Overroot for Kashdira, and then a copy of Daruma. Truth be told, the odd card out here was definitely Ghastly Glitch. Ice Dragons was really good against like stuff like Salad, Dino. I ran into a lot of like just generic rogue stuff. And Daruma and Terrace were just great as removal. But Glitch was definitely the odd card out here. I did not ever find myself needing it. And its conditionalness was, kind of a detriment at some points. I definitely think that this card is getting cut. Just for Terrors, just better card. And then on Floodgates in the main, Dimensional Barrier and Eradicator. Eradicator, I think could honestly move to the side. It lost me match 1 just because I drew it in a top deck war. I think this could be moved to the side, but I really dislike, losing to something like an evenly matched. Dimensional Barrier was great in the main. It never burned me. It's D-Barrier. Definitely keeping that in the main, but this is probably going to the side, more than likely. And then for the Unchained package, Shavara and Escape. Escape definitely, I think, can go. Just an unnecessary brick whose effect I think I resolved maybe once through 7 rounds. And like, 21 matches just did not matter. Was a brick, lost me my first match because I drew it. But I probably misplayed. I should have like kept it in my hand for a piece of furniture. But that said, just not cards that we really need. Shavara is fine. Escape is a bit unnecessary, I feel like, at this point. In the main, 1 copy of Pankratops for going second. He came up like once. I just didn't see Pank. I didn't see him off Prosperity. Didn't see him off anything. But when he did come up, he was very clutch, especially against Pearly. I was able to just clear boards, specifically with Pankratops. He'd just walk over like stuff. It was a nice card. I very much enjoyed Pank. Please put him to 3. In the main, for hand traps, triple Droll and triple Ash, as well as, of course, triple Imperm. All of these were fantastic for me. I cited out Ash once or twice just because I ran into like Branded or some other decks where it was really low impact. But ultimately, I really like my hand trap lineup. I would have preferred to be playing some more, like maybe a Nib. But ultimately, I thought my hand trap matchup and non-engine spread was pretty good. In the extra, 2 copies of Chaos Angel. I ran around at the start of the event trying to get my hands on a second Chaos Angel, just because I didn't want to run into Unicorn and have it ripped out of my extra deck by Unicorn. That did happen, and I did get to save my second Chaos Angel, and it stopped them from taking my Chaos Angel, so I always had it in my extra. Really good to have 2. A copy of Goddess. This was ripped out of my extra by Unicorn because I had to hit Chaos Angel a bunch of times. So really big shout outs. She didn't come up, but again, she's always here just in case. She's a fiend, so you can play her under your welcome block. 2 copies of Muck. Again, don't want it ripped by Unicorn. It's Muckraker. Really great on the crackback. Great to like just turn a game straight on its head by bringing back either an Ariana, a copy of Lovely, something. Just turn recursive bodies like your furniture into really powerful boss monsters. And then, of course, we have 2 copies of Unchained Soul Lord Yama. This card's fantastic. Search an Unchained monster. Crackback, make Anguish, make Rage. Just ridiculous. I really enjoy the Unchained package. Again, I'm not sold on Escape yet, but overall, I think the Unchained package is correct to play. And then 2 copies of Rage. I didn't make him once, but, you know, it's always nice to have something to do turn 1 with your Unchained package rather than just setting up like Escape and a Yama. So I do think Rage is a really solid inclusion. Being able to link away your opponent's monsters on their turn is always very nice. And then 2 copies of Anguish. This is the thing I went into most off my Unchained stuff, just to make Anguish. And then Anguish link away into something like an A-Bomb or an Access Code, which I was playing. Access didn't come up today, but he was there. He got ripped out of my extra by Unicorn once or twice. But that said, I really like Anguish. Really solid inclusion. And of course, you know, Abomination and Access Code Talker are the payoffs to him. So, you know, we got to play them. And then just for our last 2 slots, we have Phoenix and Unicorn. Unicorn is just something you can go into off Rage if we really need to. And Phoenix is just to beat something like a Royal Decree. If you're noticing anything about my extra that's usually missing, it is the Ulti Slayer targets, because I did not play Ulti Slayer. I was really afraid of Kashtira, D-Shifter, etc. And it is reflected in my extra deck. And I was probably right not to play it. I saw a lot of Pearly, a lot of like big unaffected cards that, you know, or XZ's boss monsters that wouldn't have done anything. But in the side, a copy of Sphere Mode. This was supposed to be Lava Golem number 3, but I couldn't find a Lava Golem number 3. So Sphere Mode was here. It didn't come up, but the 2 Lava Golems, they did come up against Vanquish Soul. It was very nice to hand a Lava Golem over to a Rise Heart and a Rock. That was very satisfying. And then we were on a Bestial package, 2 Magnemite and a Druid. This is for Branded, as well as, you know, the Lab Mirror. Just any, as well as any light and dark deck, really. It's the Bestial package. They're just fantastic cards, in Lab specifically, because you can use them to make Chaos Angel with Ariana. And then, of course, some Spell Trap hate. You know, we got 2 Cosmic and a Duster. It's Cosmic and Duster. Some decks want to, you know, play with the back row stuff like Rescue Ace. I didn't run into anything like that, but I did also want to like use this to hit Pearly, especially with My Friend and Street. But that said, we then have 3 copies of Evenly Matched. I'm not 100% sold on Evenly, but I wanted to, you know, give Rescue Ace some respect. I was a little bit afraid of it because I didn't know the matchup, and I knew that Evenly beat them really well. I didn't run into it and was, you know, subsequently punished. I resolved Evenly, I think, once, and it was not even like for any impact. I'm not sure what I'd sub out for this. Maybe Ulti Slayer, but I really like the extra bodies in my extra. So I don't know, but this felt wrong to play in a weird way. But again, I'm not 100% sure what else I would play. That's something that I got to think about. And then, of course, last on the side, we have Anti-Spell. Anti-Spell, in theory, was a really good call. It was just, I never saw it. And the one time I did see it, it immediately got Cosmicked. And then I, you know, lost the game. Very frustrating just to not see this card see the success. But I do think the theory behind it is right. Everything that Anti-Spell beats, you know, EEV would beat in a different way. But this is just a solid side deck card. I felt really confident with it, but it just didn't pay off. And then getting into my matches, round 1, I played Pearly. I lost the dice roll that game. I won game 1 somehow. I think I got to D-Barrier really quickly, and he just couldn't beat Droll. His hand just didn't play through Droll, and so I just, you know, I won on the crackback with Dimensional Barrier because it's a crazy card. And then games 2 and 3, he just sided me out. Game 3, it was just like a weird top deck war, and I drew like Escape, EEV, just all these bricks. And then my second match was up against Vanquish Soul. That was a very quick 2-0. Game 1, he went activate Wraith Soth, and I went, huh? And he went add Fenrir, and I was like, oh, he already has Unicorn. And he went special Fenrir effect, and I was like, what are you doing? This guy a weirdo. And then he added, I ashed it, and he, then normal Rosin. But I clawed it out just because I had furniture. I had furniture lady, so that first round was a really clean sweep. And then game 2, he made a Rise Heart pass, and I opened Cosmic Lava Golem evenly and Ariana, but I couldn't really play. I couldn't do anything because of he just didn't have anything. So we made a Rise Heart pass, and then normal draws the next turn, and he couldn't kill me, so I golemed him, evenly'd him, and then cleaned up from there. And then we just ended up going for match 3. What did I play for match 3? Oh boy. Oh, it was Salad. That's right. Salad was really weird. I won the dice roll that match. And game 1, it was just, I outgrinded him. I kept him off names. He was playing the new Salad stuff. It was really interesting. It felt really hard to keep him off names, but also kind of not. I just didn't let him, get to resolve anything with names, make Sunlight Wolf or anything. And then game 2, he went second, and he burned me out on my stuff by faking evenly match. I got baited really hard. But I kind of just won in time. It was a very strange match. It went on so long that Chaos Angel making all my monsters indestructible really mattered because he couldn't walk over anything or deal enough damage. And then my round 4 was against Dinosaur, and I don't think the guy I was playing against really understood what lab. I don't think he had ever seen lab before, because I was just making all sorts of removal traps, keeping him off of everything by not destroying his stuff, not letting him float. And he opened really poorly as well. He was on like Starfrost and Kaiju Slumber and I just, Ice Dragons'd him like over and over and over again, and he just didn't have a line to Misk, or if he did, he just did not, choose to go for Misk. I feel like that was wrong, but, what can I say? I don't play Dino. I don't understand that deck. And then from this point on, it was just all downhill. I was like 4-1, and I just started to really like spiral. I was very hungry by that point, but excuses are excuses. I played against, what did I play against? I played against Kashtira again. I played against Kashtira like round 3 or 4 or something. And I opened really well against Kashtira. It was like terrors plus like clock and all this other stuff to, set up a huge board state. But I played against Kashtira again. And every time I played against Cash, they always had Unicorn. They never failed to have Unicorn. It was a very frustrating experience. But, he just did Cash things to me. He was playing Vortex Dragon, which was very funny, the Vortex package. And he made like the OTK Odd Eyes XZs thing. That sucked. But, yeah, I just got burned out. I just got absolutely blown out by, my Cash opponents always having Unicorn. But at this point, I was 4-2. And I sat down and I played against Branded, and I forgot that Retribution can use graveyard stuff, and I just lost to Big Welcome in the grind. It really sucked. It hurt a lot, but we live and learn. We're never making that mistake again. But anyways, the things I'm really itching to change are most importantly, more clock. I think 2 clock might be the way to go now. I'm leaning towards maybe even 3, but we'll have to test and see where that goes. But I definitely see more clock coming in the future, especially with RES. And of course, Glitch and Eradicator. Eradicator probably to the side. Glitch probably cut entirely. And then play like another play set of hand traps. What those will be, I'm not 100% sure yet. But EEV is really just for Kashtira and like the mirror match and other things. But Glitch just filled the same role as Terrors, but in a worse way. So I'm definitely thinking like those two go. If you guys did enjoy this discussion, make sure you guys like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.